works. Cool. Good morning, y'all. How's it going? About ready?
Are we live?
We're about to be live. I think we're live. We're live. What's happening? How's everybody doing? Man, we got a full house online. We got a full house in here. I'm fired up.
Let's go.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Zach.
What are y'all up to?
What are you grateful for?
Oh man, today I'm grateful.
Beat you to it.
Boom! That was. I'm going to jump into that in a second.
Okay.
But I found this quote. So we got Martin Luther King Day next in 6 days, and I've been talking about urgency, right? One of our agents recommended this book to me that I started called it's called 12. The 12-week year. I forget, or something like that. But anyway, I just started it. But it's about basically creating urgency. The idea is, the simple concept is that we create, if we have a year to complete something, our most productive times are in the beginning and at the end. We're all procrastinators at the end of the day. So if you just shorten your time frames, create a little more urgency for yourself, then you can get the same stuff done in a shorter amount of time. That's the concept. So, but I found this, and it says, we are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. There is no time for apathy or complacency. This is a time for vigorous and positive action. So obviously he had a lot of meaning behind that, but I thought you could really apply that to a lot of things nowadays. So I thought that was good.
That's great.
But I am grateful. So today is my mom's birthday. So I'm giving a little shout out, 75th birthday today. So that's me in the yellow wig. Somehow that was
It hadn't changed.
seemed normal back then. But anyway, so happy birthday to my mom. What about you? What are you grateful for today?
Not a snow day. Kids are in school. That's good. My wife's out of town, so it wouldn't have worked well for today. They had all been home. But
Anarchy at the Connolly house.
Yes.
So yeah, my kids ran out this morning and they were like, "It's a snow day!"
Yeah.
It's like, it's a dusting.
Yeah, we're not.
So, and my windshield is not even covered. So I think you're going to school.
Yeah.
That's good. What about y'all? Anything y'all are grateful for today? Either online, put it in the chat box or out here. What do you got? Come on, people.
Mine's building strong relationships.
Building strong relationships.
Yeah.
Brent Cooper.
I just left an appraisal and the guy was amazing. And we had a whole conversation about how it's a partnership and everybody works together. So
Brent met with an appraiser and who was talking about it being a partnership, that it is working together. Yeah, appraisers are on our side. They're not against us. Send Brent Cooper to all your appraisers. I always tell people, if you've closed a house and you get a call from an appraiser, even if you closed that house 4 or 5 months ago, call them back. Like, be the resource that's valuable. That is, next thing you know, you run into that appraiser and they're grateful that you're helpful to them, because a lot of times they'll have questions about, like, hey, I noticed there were some closing costs, or like there was something mentioned about, whatever, and you can explain that to them. Otherwise, they're just relying on the MLS. So, but yeah. Anybody else? What you got?
Negative COVID.
Negative COVID. You have a birthday today too, don't you? Happy birthday, Will. Birthday, Will Parker.
I was supposed to meet with Will last week, and he called. He's like, "Man, I'm not feeling good," and I just went and got a COVID test, but he came back negative.
That's
so
good.
He's good. He's
That's
here.
good. I love it. I love it. Well, very good. Hey, how's that? I slid this one in.
Oh.
Right after, I kind of went through our slides this morning, but I left this slide out, and then I snuck it in there about 3 minutes ago. So
going.
how are those
You
push-ups
just
going?
mentioned like this. You have your most effort at the beginning or
Yeah.
the end. Mine's going to be at the end because my beginning has not been so solid.
show us how many you can do.
No, we're not.
We'll get this table out.
We are not starting that.
The path to 100. Well, you've got 100 days to do that, or was it all year?
No, I got all year.
Okay. I need to shorten that timeline, compress it just a little bit.
Right.
Compress it just a little bit. So some great education coming up. We got a video from Teddy It's a tough screenshot starting point. Sorry, Teddy. Here we
Good
go.
morning, Village. It's Teddy Pins here, and we've got week 2 installment of the education plan that you need to know about. So let's kick it off. Hey, today, after the sales meeting, 10:30, the rockstar Nick Irwin. This guy is a marketing guru. Just love what he's doing out there. Referrals for life, staying top of mind after the sale, marketing before, during, and after, to your feed and follow-up plan, testimonials, when's the right time to ask, rewards, personal touch, all that good stuff. The guy's a rock star. Please make sure you attend that. Wednesday, Thrive, 9 o'clock. We'd love to see you there. We're starting a book club. It's going to be a part of that, so keep your eyes open for that. And then Thursday, January 14th, testimonial tree training. If you missed it or need to check it out again, it's going to be at 11 o'clock. And the Google links, that's not on Zoom, that's on a Google Meet through Testimonial Tree. And then Boomtown Lead Flow Interest Meeting. It's going to be at 10 a.m. on Friday. More details to come and in the calendar on how to access that. And then next Tuesday, our special edition of the State of the Union, January 19th, State of the Union. You're going to have financials, SWOT analysis, and all the things we're playing for in 21 as a company. We want to see you there. Jumpstart, you can sign up. Links are in all the places you know. January 20, 22, 25, 27. That's going to be 9 to 4. We've got a great group signed up for that already. And then contract changes. We've got a Village contract change class. That's on Thursday, January 21st. Outside education, I want to mention a couple of hot ones here. Of course, Achievement Awards, Education Achievement Awards. Those are now they're offering awards of acknowledgement for education, so that is fantastic. But especially I want you to tune in on this one, the 7 Secrets series, National Econ Development in 2021 and beyond. So this is free. This is through GNR, and it's 7 Secrets. It's a monthly series. But on January 14th, their kickoff is with Jim Height. He's the Chief Economic Development Officer for the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce. Excuse me. And he'll share many insights into the pipeline, the business expansion, job growth, what's coming, what to look for. I think this guy just rocks it every time. So much information about what you're seeing beyond the Nashville Business Journal. So that'll be fun. Some transaction desks, some other good stuff. And then the tech tip. The tech tip this week is brought to us by Ann Nelson, who shared this with me. And it's using your note program to scan and send your signature. So you can open up your notes. If you hold down on the notes button, it'll say scan documents. So you want to scan documents. When you hold it over a document, it'll highlight just the document to scan that, nothing like around, like taking a picture. It'll scan that, and you can save it, and you can apply your signature. I'll post a video to the Facebook exclusive of how that works, and we appreciate you, and you have a great day. We'll see you after this at 10:30 with Nick Irwin. Take care, everyone. Make a great week.
And that's awesome. There's so much. What did you notice? I just noticed cool. There's something fun in the background. You can't see it right now, but this Ted's got a picture with a crown on his head. It's great. It's
I
great.
like his background.
It's great. Always good background. So,
Good notes.
there's a ton of education we've got. So if you're not taking advantage of this, please do. This is a really, really good time. Everybody has, the January, February timeline is a really good time to ramp up, get yourself in the zone and in gear to hit the spring market hard, which is going to be a good one. We got really good interest rates. We got good momentum. We're going to touch on we've had some insane production this year. Like in the middle of a pandemic, we've had agents that have broken all kinds of records. So we've been going through some of the kind of prepping for we're doing an Village Awards ceremony. This year it'll be a little different, obviously. And we're working through some of the data on that, and we've just been pulling out some stuff, and it's really cool to see what everybody's doing. So
we're not doing that today.
We're not doing that today, but I'm gonna hit on a couple highlights.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, look, actually, that's my next slide.
There's your next slide. Look at you.
So, did you know Kelly Doherty sold over 100 homes this year? That's
The Kelly Doherty team?
the Kelly Doherty.
Just Kelly.
Just Kelly. Just Kelly.
It's amazing.
Kelly and Village Assist. That's amazing.
Really
So
Kelly.
that was a 28% increase. So good job. That's actually worthy of it. And I guarantee you I'm going to leave some people out here. So this is not a comprehensive list. I just started pulling some names. So if I've left you out, know that we're going to celebrate you when I find you. But
You're
I also
appreciated.
found Mary Beth Thomas, Jake Griffin, Susie Mills, and Laura Kirby also sold over 50 houses
Yeah.
by themselves, basically. That's incredible. These agents, and again, this may not be everybody, but I was just going through this list and I started pulling out names and I saw it. They all doubled their sales over the last year. Doubled. Crystal Morgan, Betsy, Christopher, Rachel, Adam, D, Andrea, Rachel, Roger, Beth, Corey, Brittany, Jaquise, Ruth, Whit, Robert, Stacy, Donna, Yolanda, Phil, John, Kara, and Emily and Shante.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I guarantee you there are a few others that I just hadn't even come across yet. So that's awesome, y'all.
Good job.
I mean, why go up 10% when you can go up 100%? Just saying. Pretty good. So super proud. Love what I'm seeing there. Awards. So there's more awards coming out. So the Greater Nashville Realtors and the Williamson County Association of Realtors, you can apply for your awards. You have to have some points. There's a lot of ways that you can get points, that you could have gotten points. There's an email coming out in your inbox probably right now. In theory, I asked it to send out about right now. If not, I'll send it out after the meeting. But with links of where to apply, Village is going to pay for this stuff for you. So we'll pay the application fee, and then we'll make it easy. But you have to fill out the application. We can't fill out the application for you. So that's where we're going with that.
News time. Well, yeah, so obviously a lot of news.
In a week.
The news fairy delivered this week. Well, just starting out, like as a company, we want to denounce, what went on last week and the riot in Washington. Not politics aside, it's about, our country. It's about the rule of law. It's about, violence in general. It was just a really gruesome week. So wanted to touch on that. Just a quick recap on the next slide. Hundreds of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol. A gallows was erected. People chanted like "Hang Pence." Just two men, one from Nashville, actually was carrying around zip ties, handcuff ties or whatever. No telling what could have happened there. There's a pickup truck carrying a bomb and guns. And so if you hadn't watched like long, news reports of the riot, I'd encourage. I ended up watching one of the programs over the weekend, and I'd seen like bits and pieces of like photos and things, and until like you kind of saw the whole timeline and how it happened, it's just a pretty scary deal. So obviously the president was accused of inciting the insurrection in the rally before the attack. He told supporters to walk down to the Capitol, fight like hell. They'll never take our country back with weakness. So anyway, it was kind of brutal. We've got in terms of where what's going to happen this week. I think that Pence is being asked to use the 25th Amendment, which would remove the president. I don't think that's going to happen. So you'll have another impeachment round, and kind of how that plays out. There's kind of both sides. Some people are just like, hey, it's 8 days until he's out, just like let it go. If he's impeached again, he couldn't hold office again, so there's some people are obviously for that. So it'll be another week of let's just get to the next round. Let's some things that I thought were interesting to listen to. We still got a president who got 75 million votes. So not all of his voters are this type of people. So, as our company, I'm sure we have a lot of people that voted for him, and you're going to be around people that have different views, and that's part of being in our country. And so, it's interesting. I heard Goldman Sachs, their former CEO, talk about kind of the bargain people made in a lot of cases with Trump, just saying like, for Wall Street, it was, we're going to get lower taxes, we're going to get less regulation, that's going to be good for business, and we're going to hold our nose and like just hope that they weren't unaware of the risks, they just kind of repressed them, and that was the choice, and so anyway, if you go to the next slide, bosses are now waking up and there's a CEO of a marketing company that was part of this. He's been fired. This is actually an agent from App Properties in Chicago who thought it would be fun to go there, go in, post about her tweet afterwards says, after storming the Capitol, a good glass of champagne is needed. She's been severed from App Properties, obviously. I'm assuming that's a violation of the Realtor Code of Ethics at some level. I don't know. Need Bobby Noreen to let us know about that. Anyway, National Association of Realtors, our largest association in the country. They made a statement, obviously condemning it all. There's not, I don't know what else we need to say here. It's just, it was a sad week, and kind of want to acknowledge it. So you're in conversation with different people, different views. I thought this was really helpful. This comes from All Sides Media. It talks about bias in the news, and their point is everyone is biased. Zach, you're biased, I'm biased, everyone has their bias. Every news outlet is biased to some degree we're not going to eliminate that, but it's important that we kind of know, not only know where different news organizations stand on the spectrum, but then also make sure that we're getting a balanced news diet. So so that you can understand how other people may come to their conclusions. And so the point isn't even, let me just get all my news from, the center, AP or Wall Street or whoever's in the center. It's I need to have a balanced diet. I need to read some on the left, some on the right, some in the middle, and kind of get a full balanced diet of news. That way I won't be manipulated by any one source.
Wouldn't it be just so easy if somebody just told us how it was, right? But
It's just not,
kind of takes the whole thinking thing away.
And they actually use, scientific analysis, multi-partisan. They don't even say nonpartisan, interestingly, but it's a kind of a scientific approach to, kind of putting these people. So we'll send this out just so you can kind of see like what sources do you get most of your news from, and how is that affecting kind of.
And check multiple ones. Challenge yourself to read opposing opinions and opposing.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Drives my
All right.
wife crazy, but it's fun.
So quick, just this is going on. Obviously, still the January is going to be a tough month. Holidays, getting back. Our numbers are had been going up. Actually, the last 2 days they've dropped considerably. That's good. My guess is they will probably bounce back up for a little bit as we stay inside more. The vaccines are slow, kind of sluggish to get out.
Yeah.
If you go to the next slide.
And so Nashville was, I did hear Nashville, because we have a much higher healthcare population just in Davidson County, Nashville, it's a little bit slower to get to the, some surrounding counties are getting their older population already, but Nashville hasn't. I don't think we've gotten there yet.
Yeah, so it's just that, these drugs they have to be stored, like we talked about, minus 75 degrees or something. So really hard to handle. Once they get there, they don't last long. But that last mile of, it's kind of working the kinks out of that supply chain to get it going. So I think it will get it. Actually, Tennessee overall is doing pretty well. We're already have 2.88% of the population with at least one round of the vaccine done. So that's number 10 nationwide in terms of 50 states. So could
Not
be
quite the Dakotas, but
could be, the Dakotas are crushing it. No, there's like 10 people up there. So, anyway. All right, so we talked about Georgia last week.
Yep.
Big election. They elected, had a runoff for both Senate seats, and the Democrats took both seats, so that gives them a 50-50 tie in the Senate. And what happens when there's a tie?
So if there's a tie, then Kamala Harris, the vice president,
Vice president breaks any ties.
can break the tie.
So kind of like want to talk through, like, all right, what does that mean? What do we expect over the next 4 year or 2 years, in terms of the next election cycle? So a couple things. Expect a big COVID, CARES package, in terms of trillions of dollars of a relief fund coming in the next week. That'll be probably the first thing that gets rolled out. The other few things he campaigned on was a $15 minimum wage. Keep in mind anything that there's still, I think what's most significant about the 50 split is judicial nominees and his cabinet will get approved more quickly. Those have to get approved just by a majority vote. For like fiscal legislation and that sort of thing, it still will require a 60. There's the filibuster.
Right.
You got to get to 60 votes, and so so anything that goes through will need some sort of cooperation from both sides. Some of the other things in terms of housing that Biden ran on, he's going to roll back the tax cuts from the Trump administration, and then and that would roll back. In some cases, there were some mortgage deductions that went away during that, so those could come back, which that could be good news. Also, he campaigned on a $15,000 first-time home buyer tax credit. And so that could be interesting to see how that plays out. Could be good for first-time home buyers and the potential for that to happen. So, interestingly, we just got the number back. The housing inventory, it's making it hard on us and buyers. The inventory is just so low. We finished the year the lowest ever. So fewer than 700,000 active listings nationwide, which is down 40% year over year.
Wow.
It's a huge decrease.
Let's get those houses in the market, people. Come on.
Right.
Go find some sellers.
And some of that, end of the year, but that's year over year. So, last year was Christmas as well. So people, it's a 40% drop. Another couple points just to know on the numbers. The average home stayed on the market 13 days less than the year before. So homes are selling more quickly. There's less to choose from. So that kind of makes sense. And then finally the median price. So the median price is, the middle one. So it's not saying that housing prices as a whole have gone up 13.4%, but the median price of the listing went up 13.4% year over year. And suburban areas actually did better than the urban markets. Not surprisingly because of the pandemic, but that is a reversal of a trend that's the urban markets have been outperforming. Local news, we're Tennessee is the beneficiary of a lot of these moves. People, with remote work, they've got some more flexibility.
Not sure I like this headline. Probably could have been a little different word choice, but
these are moves that people designated. Hey, I'm moving because of COVID, and
not I'm moving because I have COVID.
Right.
Just to be clear.
Yes. So particularly Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee, and then this is pretty cool. Amazon announced that they're going to invest $2 billion towards affordable housing in 3 cities. Nashville's one of them.
That's 2,000 million.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
So they're going to invest in moderate to low income housing in Seattle, Nashville, and Arlington, Virginia. Those are 3 employment bases. It's going to create over 20,000 affordable homes in each of the 3 areas. The first investment is going to start in Virginia and then get to us. I thought this was interesting. Dana Story, our agent, said it well. She said in I think it was on Instagram. Bringing a business like Amazon to town can be good for the economy, but it doesn't always benefit everyone. So I'm encouraged to hear that Amazon is conscious of the need for affordable housing and going to be putting funding towards their new housing equity fund here in Nashville. So I thought that was a good summary. Thanks, Dana. All right, quick life tip before we go. This is really all because I just wanted to show this picture of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, but they
Wonder what they bet on that tennis match.
oh no.
What do you want to call it today?
Bill Gates' house.
$2 million?
Bill Gates'
For the
house
winner?
is worth $125 million. Bezos, like, you know, he just got passed by Elon Musk for the richest person
Really?
alive last
He
week.
owns one of the Hawaiian Islands. So.
But he owns an island. He cashes in Bezos cashes in $1 billion a year, $1 billion of stock just to fund his space program.
Wow.
So, anyway, so the headline is they still do the dishes, right, at home. And so, you know, immediately it's like, are they just trying to appear humble or what's the deal? But there's actually some science behind it. And there's kind of a reason why we may want to rethink some of those mundane chores that we have to do at home. And so research says that everyday tasks like loading the dishwasher and hanging out the laundry can actually be serious happiness boosters if done the right way. So one study taught volunteers that by focusing on the present and practicing mindfulness, just like the sensation of the suds, I guess, and the warm water, like just kind of focusing on that, that the dishwashers reported feeling 27% less nervous and 25% more inspired. So
They're not just dishwashers; they are meditative dishwashers.
they are, yeah. And if that's too like meditation's not your thing, Adam Grant, he's a Wharton Business School professor. He said, you know, he practices it just in his daily life. He doesn't have a meditation mat or a meditation practice, but he focuses on his daily life in the very simple process of like just noticing new things and being aware. You know, it's that kind of mindfulness. The second thing is chores as a creativity booster. You know, imagine you're a billionaire. You're running this big business. You've got constant pressures, a time schedule. Just having that time to just decompress a little bit is really where a lot of your creativity can come from. As an agent, we get so busy, like filling our schedule one thing after another. And it's like slowing down and letting your mind go. It's really helpful chance just to relax and daydream a little bit. It's really where we get some of our probably most important innovation.
Do y'all see that at all? Y'all do that? Y'all get meditative over dishwashing or anything?
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn. What else? What else do y'all do that?
Cardio.
Cardio? You just mow the lawn by like on the push mower? Cardio?
Cardio on a treadmill.
Just cardio on a treadmill.
Just get there and just start going, you know?
Yeah. Who else?
Folding laundry.
Folding laundry. Just the right way. I mean, I can see this. There's some satisfaction in that.
You could use this, I think. You're always busy. You're always going.
I organize my socks and my shirts by color code in my drawer.
That's good.
I'm not really that OCD, but it is sort of satisfying to like open the door and be like, oh, that's nice. It's just a little thing. The rest of my house looks like a bomb went off, but you know, my drawers are okay.
So anyway, takeaway for us non-billionaires, the fact that these super rich entrepreneurs hold such chores is a reminder that if we get in the right mindset, they can be valuable opportunities.
You too can
and
enjoy doing
finally,
dishes.
this is important.
Okay.
Check out John Stanislavski.
Woo!
So we have some big news. So on his 5-year anniversary of moving to Nashville, he released a new song. We actually released a song for the new year, Will to Survive. I've listened to it. It's not the most uplifting song, but it is a great song. And he got played yesterday on Lightning 100, which is probably the coolest radio station in Nashville.
That's awesome.
And I always think it's great when people brag on their spouses. So I found this post from his wife, Liz. She says, "The stars are aligning for the Stan fam, or at least for my extremely talented musician husband, John Stanislavski. What are the odds that on the 5-year anniversary of our move to Nashville, Lightning 100 decides to debut his new song, Wilt or Survive? So, I know we got tons of talented folks here at Village, but this is one we want to
I love that they send them an email too, like find out, like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna play your song tonight for the first time. Like, that's really cool.
It is.
That's community. That's awesome.
Right. That's all I got.
That's great. That's awesome. Rates, we got ticking up a little bit, 3%, still low, but ticking up a little bit. If they keep going up, good time to call your people now. Let people know. Post this stuff on social media. We put them out there. They're on the VRES market, and then I'll send them out in an email here as well. But obviously, rates are super low. This is just a graph over the last 50 years. We're not in 1980.
Do you ever talk to people who are around and?
Oh yeah.
They
I mean, it feels sort of like when I was your age. I used to walk uphill both ways to school in the snow.
It does feel like that.
Yeah. But it probably did really stink to have a
Can you
16 to 18% interest rate. I
Yeah.
mean, we can't do that again.
No, let's not do it.
And then some stats came out. So these are also on the VRES market now. Thanks to Caitlin Bell for getting these together. But average sold price. So some of the data you were going through was national.
Right.
And so we're looking at local, county-wide. So we have Davidson County. We've got Williamson County. We also have plenty of other counties. So this stuff's there for you to put on social media. We also have them in postcard, as postcards. So if you want to use that as your monthly mailers, you can do that. Average sold price went up almost 13% in Davidson County. This is month over month. So December 2020 over 2019, 17% in Williamson County. Woo, that's a lot. So average days in the market down a little bit in Davidson, down a lot in Williamson. Total new listings up in Davidson, which is good, getting some more inventory. Down in Williamson. So Franklin office people, go get those listings, get them on the market. We need more. The inventory month over month, December 2020 over 2019 was down over 50%. The total inventory in Williamson County. Again, that's just 1 month.
Yeah.
But
Well, we said nationally it's 40%, right?
yeah,
So.
that's a lot. So Davidson County down only about 7%, and you can see why. Like the number of closings just up 22% in Davidson County. So if 22% more homes sell, it's going to just, unless you're replenishing that supply, you're going to have low inventory. So talk to your sellers about this. Show them this data and get if you're thinking about putting a house in the market this summer, talk about doing it earlier. Where do you find those graphics again? So check your email. You can go to the house of the market, click on the link, click download, and you're done. There you
Go
go.
that again. That was too fast.
That was fast. All right. So vres-market.com. Click on social media. Log in. Click on social media. How's the market? And then you just click on one of these little guys. Any of them. Whichever one you want. We got Dixon, Rutherford, Williamson, Davidson, Wilson, and more. We also have the mortgage rates. And then you can just download a square or postcard size. And then you can also, we have these as postcards that you can order and upload a database or send them to your neighborhood or whatever.
If you've got a question about something, I was listening because Caitlin sits right outside my office, and an agent had called, just had some questions about sending out an e-blast and she's really good about, like, if you're not sure exactly how something works marketing wise, she'll explain it to you and enjoys doing it. It was fun to listen to.
Absolutely. So good. Some tools. So this Friday, Chris Skate and Adam Brooks are going to be leading our kind of opening new slots, opening up for Boomtown. So if you're interested in that, this Friday at 10 a.m. and we'll be via Zoom. So check that out. And then a couple tips. Loy Carney. All right. So I got this net sheet that I've been using for years from when I was first at Village, and Loy said, "Zach, this is good, but I'm about to make it better." I was like, I don't know. I mean, it works fine. And then he sends back this like awesome tool and has set this thing up. And so this will be in your inbox. It should be in your inbox now. And we'll get it on the drive and stuff. But he's got all the stuff calculated for the. And Lloyd, come and talk about this because I want to get you up here because this was your thing. I was just doing simple math and you figured out all the actual title insurance rates
Well, it's there was just one day that I was kind of sitting around the office, and I decided today is the day that I'm gonna let my nerd flag fly high on the pole. And so with the title insurance estimate, there's a lot of yardstick tools out there in the marketplace that we use, and it was a really good one, a close one built into here. But I went into the software that we have for title insurance, extracted the formula from our underwriter.
Which is like really complex.
Oh, it is. And that's because title insurance is not a direct proportion to real estate. It's a function of real estate, but as you get higher in sales price, the cost goes, the cost is less the more you move up in sales price. And so those of you who are good at Excel, you can go in there and look at the cell and kind of unpack this and see what it's all about. But it's built in there for you. If you don't want to look at it, don't worry about it. Just use the spreadsheet and you'll be good.
I love it.
I've got to say, I've used this spreadsheet a lot. This is like, out of everything that has come, and there's been a lot of great stuff that's come into Village since, the last 2 years. But when I was introduced to this, it was kind of a game changer for me.
I love it. It's simple, and again, I've expanded upon it, but it's especially if you have multiple offers, it's a really good way just to plug in the stuff. You can plug in closing dates, get a really good sense of how everything compares to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're meeting with a seller, bring a copy of this
Yeah.
with you. Put their payoff in. To ask them the hard questions up front.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your fee. Talk about lay it all out. Hey, here's what your net looks like at different price points. Here's maybe you're saying the range of your home is probably somewhere in the 375 to 400 range.
Yeah.
So here's what those look like. Yeah, the $400,000 looks better. Of course it does. But
Oh, yeah.
is that going to get you where you need to be in the time that you need to be there?
Right. As a matter of fact, I've been, over the last few months, doing a 4-unit development, and I use this tool right here to show all 4 homes in the development. And every week I send my seller an update, like where we are, just to keep us on target with all 4. They can see in one scoreboard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So a lot of notes in here. You can print it to a PDF and it'll print out on a sheet of paper without all the excess notes, but there's a lot of stuff in there. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, heck yeah.
So
I
that's
just had one cell. You had the rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, that was the one that was it was wrong in a lot of ways. So it was a rough estimate. So that was awesome. Some 40X. So again, we're launching 40X in February. I've had a lot of people talk to me about how excited they are. We're going to start putting together some groups here soon. And if
What if I don't want to talk to you? Who do I do? Can I email somebody? Or
you can
just
talk
get on the
to
list just make
any of the
sure?
brokers, you can. You'll just keep an eye out
Okay,
for.
so we'll have like a formal sign up.
We'll have a formal sign up. We're gonna have a formal sign up, and I think you asked me to send out that video last week, and I didn't do it, so
It's all right.
I'll do it
Well, I'm not
this
tracking.
week.
I'm not tracking.
How are those push-ups coming again? Okay, good. All right, I'll do that this week. So there's a 6-minute video, gives you a little overview, but a lot of people have done it. A lot of that success that we talked about earlier was due to 40X, so really works well. Also, we're starting a book club, The Slight Edge. I've read this many times. Got a lot of notes in this thing, and it's a really good book. So we're starting this book club. If you're interested in being a part of it, obviously it's a little bit different because we're not going to have a ton of small groups, but we're going to do it for anybody interested. You can go online, buy the book, Amazon, wherever, and we are going to have a monthly discussion. We're going to try to have this done by the end of April. The whole book. And so we're going to have a monthly discussion at the second Wednesday 9 a.m. Thrive call that Teddy leads. So once a month we'll discuss it at the Thrive call, and then we're going to give kind of a recap for anybody who just, maybe didn't quite get around to doing the push-ups and ordering the book. And then we can do that at the sales meeting, the third sales meeting.
I have not read that book, but based on the kind of subtitle there, I am in. Turning simple disciplines into massive success.
It is fascinating. I love book titles. They get more and more just over the top.
I'm hooked just by that.
Yeah, it's just the slight edge. Yeah.
That's right.
But it's a good book. Gives you a lot of good tips. We're going to try to read the first 8 chapters by not this Wednesday, but a month from now. So order it, start reading, and see what you think. It's good. Coming soon. Put your coming soons, comingsoon.villagetn.com. We had one person say they couldn't make this work this morning or something like that. So if that's the case, email Jeremy or me and we'll make sure that stuff gets in. But we'll send that list out here in a little bit. Y'all have anything else?
I'm good.
That's good. Karen Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Karen, you want to come up for a second? Come on. I knew if I asked her beforehand. I just want to let you make sure everybody knows Karen. Karen's going to be around the 21st office. And she is a phenomenal broker, and we've got obviously a lot more people coming in 21st, and we wanted a little extra hands-on assistance. So you are here.
I'm here. I'm downstairs next to Zach.
That's right. And you've been in the business for, I don't know.
Longer than many people probably have been born, but a long time.
So you know what thing.
I'm a veteran. I'm a spicy agent.
Oh, that's spicy.
Season.
Seasoned.
What's good? What's one thing for anybody who doesn't know you? What's one thing we should know about you?
Oh, ooh, yeah. You should have warned me about that. One thing. I don't really care how the ox got in the ditch. I'm all about getting the ox out of the ditch. I don't really care how it
That's a good
happened.
one. I like that.
So let's just move forward. Try not to ever let that happen again. But, you know.
We're excited to have Karen here. She's to have someone her experience. Like you said, you're going to be right next to Zach's office down there in the kind of broker area. So definitely get her number, email, or stop by, and to have another resource if the ox ever gets in the ditch.
The ox is in the ditch.
She'll help you get it out.
Get it out. That's right.
So make sure you got good broker support.
But yeah, call me, email me, text me. Cell phone's always the best way, but I will spend some time here downstairs.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so yeah, I mean, we've got Karen, Angela Garner, Andrea Woodard, Colin, Lee Fund, me. So you've got a ton of resources. If you have a question about transaction desk, don't ask Garner. It's not.
Someone asked me the other day. I was like, let's call somebody else. I think we ended up getting Frank Cooper on the phone. Saved the day.
But that's good. So anyway, that's awesome. Takeaways. Any good takeaways today? There were a lot. What a race. What an interest race.
It ticked up a little bit.
3% ticking up a little bit.
That's right.
That's right. Try not to storm any capitals
Yeah.
for the next few weeks.
Please.
And yeah, we'll just cruise through January.
Let's do it.
Being successful. Oh, this is fun too. That Mindset Monday. I just want to. This is a little horn shooting, but I talk about a lot of things on Mindset Monday. I also just want to be clear that I'm not just fluffily talking about stuff. I do that stuff too. And so I've got my affirmations that I do every morning, and it's hard. It's hard, but do it, and your hand will feel like it'll fall off. But keep doing it, and you'll see some good results. So,
We got a lot of people that do those daily affirmations.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're the people that doubled their business
I know.
last year.
It's just it's not rocket science. Just that's what the slight edge is, right?
Yeah.
Small habits done consistently over time make big results. So, V-Talk, Nick Irwin, this is going to be awesome. Referrals for life, staying top of mind after the sale. So that's key. Most realtors don't do a great job about this, and we lose business because of it. So tune in, tinyurl.com/VTalk for you is a short URL link, or go on the Village calendar, and the actual Zoom link will be there. That's it, y'all. Thanks for coming.
Coming.